Great Britain is the homeland. It created America. It created South Africa, where Elon came from. This is the motherland. America needs still to be powerful, but he's not going to do it the old way, which is trade. He's going to do it in a new way, which is empire. Yeah, all our politicians are middle managers implementing what they've been told to implement by another foreign organisation.
And I think it'd be useful to maybe outline what's happened since Trump has actually been voted in as the next president of the United States. So the first thing is that Pierre Trudeau has resigned, has gone. And I think you described him as the ringleader or the leader of the woke movement in the Western world.
Yeah, of all the politicians, he was the king woke of all the politicians.
Well, I have a friend in LA, and he sent me a text the other day. Trudeau gone, and this is relevant because it comes back to England. Trudeau gone, one down, a few more to go. Trump is going to have Elon take down Keir. So this guy's view is that Trump has actually asked Elon Musk to take down Keir Starmer. Do you think that's true?
It's a big possibility. I mean, we look at what Elon's doing and Elon's saying and the controversy Elon Musk's doing in the UK. Trump's been extremely silent on it. Do we think Elon would be doing this if he didn't have the nod from Trump?
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would, because that potentially damages the US.
Yeah.
And Elon's about saving the US.
Yeah.
So I think Trump's on board for everything Elon's doing.
And
Keir Starmer now hasn't been invited to Trump's inauguration.
Yes, I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
So I think that when that first tweet came out about Keir Starmer from Elon, I think that on that day that Elon had been given the go-ahead by Trump.
I think so.
I mean, he may have said, I want to do this, Donald.
Yeah.
But I think...
Yeah. I think Donald's either said, I'm not bothered either way, do what you want, or he said, that's what we need to do. And I think it's more likely he said, because why do we have Trump and Elon interfering in British politics? And that's because Great Britain is the homeland. It created America. It created South Africa, where Elon came from. This is the motherland. And if America's going to survive, it can't survive as an island on its own. It needs allies. America's closest, longest ally is the UK. And he's looking at it going, not only do we need to save America, we need to save the UK, because saving the UK is beneficial to us. That comes under the MAGA project. If we're going to make America great again, we need to save the UK, but otherwise we're on our own fighting the world.
Yeah. So he goes on, this contact of mine. Greenland, Panama, next on the list. Panama Canal, next on the list. So then I'll come back to the Greenland and Panama thing, because I think that's really interesting.
And the Gulf of America.
Gulf of America. We'll come back to that, and I'll tell you why I want to come back to that in a minute, because that kind of blew my mind when I first heard that, and I'll tell you why. Yeah. Need to get Germany and France fixed. Georgina, he means Georgia, will emerge as a Western European leader with the full support of Trump and Elon. So what he's saying is, I don't know how close this guy is to these characters. I think he does know Trump, this guy. Or he knows somebody very well who is a very good friend of Trump. He's got a close connection to Trump. Georgia will emerge as a Western European leader with the full support of Trump and Elon. Now, we know that...
Is that the Italian leader?
Giorgia Meloni. Yeah. So Giorgia Meloni is the Prime Minister of Italy. Yeah. She is very anti-woke. She's a populist leader. Yeah. I'm not going to say right fucking wing, because I refuse to say that anymore. She's a populist leader. She's very close to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And he's basically saying she will emerge as a leader of Europe. So what he's effectively saying is, sort out England, get Farage in, this is the thing I want to do, then get Europe as an ally under the leadership of one of the more populist Europeans. Now, as we actually look at the landscape, that actually seems realistic, doesn't it? So is this what is going to happen in the next few years? Are we actually going to see these seismic shifts in Europe and in the UK as a result of what is happening? And, is this dynamic of Elon controlling Twitter controlling the conversation now?
Yep.
And the conversation, by the way, for most people now is not in the mainstream media. It's not on the BBC or anything like that. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. It's on Joe Rogan. Yeah. These are the mediums that people are now getting their information from. Yeah. Is this what is happening?
I think all this is part of the Make America Great Again. He's looking at the way America protects itself, and he's thinking outside the box. He knows he needs a strong Europe. He knows he needs a Europe on his side, and he's trying to deliver it. He knows there's no point messing with France, because France, a lot of French are anti-American. The Germans, I'm not too sure what the Germans think of America. But yeah, plus they ain't got the right leader, but he's got the right leader in Italy. But yeah, if he can get Italy, and he can get the UK on board with the leaders he likes and supports, then that's a pins movement on Europe, and he can start knocking those countries down one at a time. Because he seems to be coming to the conclusion that America needs still to be powerful, but he's not going to do it the old way, which is trade. He's going to do it in a new way, which is
empire.
Yeah.
And that's the bit I want to come back to. I want to come back to the Greenland and the Panama Canal, the Gulf of America.
Empire,
yeah. Because when I first heard about him wanting to buy Greenland and annex... Oh, by the way, he's also talked about annexing Canada.
The Canada one was a joke, yeah.
I don't think it is.
It was a joke. He does a lot of joking and poking the bear and stuff like that.
But the reason I was shocked by this, and you said then thinking out of the box, it's the first time I've seen a Western leader talk about empire, about growth.
Yeah.
We have spent so long being beaten down by the Uni Party. We just think about getting smaller and weaker. Yeah. And you've got somebody now who's completely reversed that dynamic. Yeah. And he's saying, I'm going to take Greenland. Yeah. I'm going to take back the Panama Canal. We're going to have the Gulf of Mexico called the Gulf of America. It's expansion and empire, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long is it since we have had that in this country?
150 years.
Yeah. And it's shocking to hear, don't you think? Yeah. If a British leader said, I'm going to take Southern Ireland back, I'm going to take, I'm going to take the Jersey Islands back, I'm going to take back the Chagos Islands, I'm going to take, you'd be like, it would be mind-blowing if that happened, wouldn't it? But why not, Nick?
I don't know about why not, but I can understand why he's doing it. He's talking about buying Greenland off Denmark, and people go, well, you can't buy country. He bought Alaska off Russia.
Yes.
So, so it is possible.
Yeah, of course,
So he bought, that was only 100 years ago. So he bought, not him, America bought Alaska per acre. Gave so many dollars per acre. If the world starts turning more dangerous with the rise of China, Greenland's really important for American safety because it's off the coast, and the shipping canals there and stuff like that. The Panama Canal, I'm not sure what happened with the Panama Canal. Was it taken over by the people of Panama?
Yeah, I think it's run by Panama now, isn't it?
But did they have a revolution that took it into their ownership?
Maybe our listeners can tell us.
That's what happened with the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
British and French built the Suez Canal, and then
the Egyptians took it over.
I can't remember his name. Sadid, I can't remember his name now. The general who took about 1956.
Yes,
I think that happened.
General Sadat was it? Sadat,
that's it. 1956, I think it was.
Anwar Sadat.
That was when we lost that. Was when the world knew we were no longer a power, because we didn't even send a soldier there. We just went, that's gone. That's when the world knew we weren't a power anymore. But America is going, no, we need to be a power.
And I find it absolutely a breath of fresh air that is happening. To see somebody thinking in a different way, rather than the defeatist, negative attitude we have in this country. somebody who wants to grow their country, make it powerful for their citizens, make the citizens wealthy, get more for their citizens, protect their citizens.
Yeah.
The complete opposite of what we're seeing in this country.
Exactly. He's got a vision. He's got a dream. He's not a career politician. He's not bought into the last 50 years of this is how we do things.
Yeah.
He goes, that might be how you've done things for 50 years. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do things I want and my way. And we used to call them leaders.
Yeah.
And all we've ever had in my lifetime, and I keep saying this, is middle managers.
Yeah.
We have all our politicians and middle managers implementing what they've been told to implement by another foreign organisation. If it's not the UN, it's the EU, it's a WHO.
Yeah.
We're always implementing what other people are telling us to implement.
Rather than saying this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I think that's a great phrase, isn't it? He's a leader. And we have no leaders in this country.
We have middle managers.
Yeah. We have no leaders in Europe. We have no leaders. And suddenly a leader emerges over there. And I was literally gobsmacked when he said he was going to take Greenland and annex Canada and take over the Panama Canal. I thought, oh my God, yes. Yes. And as an American, I would be going, yes, let's do that. Let's protect ourselves. Let's get Greenland because we need that environment or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think, and if my friend in America is correct, he's looking to Europe and England now because he wants to build a bloc that can stand up to China.
Yeah. And that also explains why he's looking at saving the UK. Because if he buys Greenland and saves the UK, he's secured the North Atlantic.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
If he gets Italy on board, he has a base to secure the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
All these things make sense.
Massive sense. Yeah. And then you circle back to Elon Musk and attacking Starmer, and you think, yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Start to undermine Starmer, start to put the seeds of destruction in place for the Uni Party. Yeah. And then, within, 3 years, because it makes sense. Within 3 years, the UK's an ally, a proper ally. Yeah. And then the next Republican Party gets in, and they will just basically reinforce that, won't they?
Also explains why Elon took some shots at Nigel Farage.
Does it? I'm not sure about that one. I didn't understand that one.
That is about saying to Farage, you need to up your game.
Yeah.
Because some
of
the things you're saying is not what we want in the UK.
Yeah.
And if we're going to help you get into power, then we don't want everything you're talking about here. So change your ways or we're going to drop you and we'll find someone else. Yeah. And their shots at Nigel Farage.
Toe the line. Yeah, toe the line. Yeah. And Tommy Robinson, he doesn't have to be a member of your party, but recognise him for what he is. A guy who's actually a political prisoner and somebody who's speaking the truth, basically. And I think you're right. A very, very interesting point about in all this is Starmer, and this must be the first time in history, has not been invited to the inauguration of the President of the United States.
I didn't see that coming.
That is a shocker, that is.
That is a shocker. That might be a response from the announcement of the new American ambassador.
Oh, Mandelson.
That
is the crappiest appointment
I would imagine
made.
Trump has already signalled to our government about who we'd like to see as an ambassador because I've got to work with that person. Yeah. And I reckon they ignored all his suggestions and picked Mandelson, who he doesn't like, who's pro-EU, who's criticised Trump many times. And I think Trump's gone, right, we need to teach him a lesson. You're not coming. Yeah. I'm going to show the world that if I can treat you like that, our closest, longest ally, by not inviting you because I disagree with you, everybody else will sit up and go, right, Trump means business.
It's a real message.
Yeah.
And you can imagine smarmy Mandelson talking to Starmer and saying, oh yeah, I'll bring Trump round, whatever. Yeah. Very simplistic, because it's almost schoolboy politics these guys engage in, isn't it? Yes, I'll be able to charm him round or whatever. But he won't be able to, because he's a smarmy little shit, is Mandelson, who hates Trump and has been verbal in hating Trump. Why would you make that appointment?
I think Starmer was sending a signal to Trump and to the press that I run this country. And I'm going to send an ambassador I know he doesn't like because I run this country.
Yeah. But the next step is Trump can just say he's not coming over here. Yeah, we don't want an ambassador. That could be the next step.
Or they don't do anything with him. So what's the point of an ambassador? No, there is no trade. We're not giving you any special tariffs. We're not doing these things. It's America is the most powerful country in the world and the richest economy in the world. We don't sell our soul to them for access to their market. But Jesus, we can do a little bit of brown nosing, can't we?
I mean, he's got massive leverage. He knows he's got leverage and he's using it. And that's a business tactic, isn't it, that he's doing here.